I'm Sohib Ghafouri, owner of Infinity Motors here in Swindon. We're a so-called German car specialist, but we hold a variety of cars in stock, about 220 to be precise. We started the company in 2021, just after COVID. I started with 10 cars from our own driveway, a one-man band, so I was buying, selling, and then doing everything in between and after. Quickly came to a point where we had to expand. We outgrew our existing premises, and so then we were on the lookout for a new place, and that's when this opportunity at our current premises in Swindon came up. Needed a strong vision because the place wasn't really friendly and useful for a car dealership, so we had to spend quite a bit of money to get it up to scratch. However, we moved here in 2023, and since then we've gone from strength to strength. There was one point where for 11 consecutive months we had stock increases every single month. So there was a lot of spaces to fill, and we only had limited cars at the beginning. But we have a really strong and phenomenal team as well, and we had to keep going and have talent and bring in and recruit the right talent and the staffing levels that's required to run an operation of this size. We're very proud of what we have achieved, but as we say to everybody, this is the beginning of our journey. We have a very, very long way to go. Already we're quite well established in the Swindon car space, but our aim is to try and increase that and geographically grow and leave a larger footprint across the nation. So we've been with Dealerkit now for just over a year. It's not an overstatement to say it's transformed our business in terms of the operations, in terms of the day-to-day activities of the sales guys, the CRM that they're using. So that's been a really, really good feature to have. Ultimately, time is money. That's for any business. That's a currency that everyone really works in these days. I think the overriding feeling has been that it's saved us quite a lot of time, which then equates to a lot of money that's being saved, and that money and that time resource can then be used to drive other areas within the business. Prior to Dealerkit, we were very, very manually process driven. And then there was lots of spreadsheets and predominantly Excel spreadsheets that we were using, but it wasn't efficient. And I think you have to have a good combination of the two. And there were lots of problems with it. So, obviously it's manual user entry that you're doing. So any input errors that you make is going to cause issues with calculations, with numbers, with formulas, for example, about the spreadsheets. We needed something that's bespoke to our business. And that's when Dealerkit came along. So it catered for all of that and more. I mean, it kind of came up with answers and solutions for problems that we didn't even know we had. So yeah, it's been a really, really good feature and a good system for us to have. So I've got a few favorite features within the Dealerkit system. I mean, I could probably actually name 6 or 7, but I'll shortlist it and streamline it down to 2. One of them is the ad manager. What the ad manager allows us to do is, in one screen, in one space, we can look at all of our cars, look at all the relevant data that allows us to make key decisions such as pricing increases, adjustments. It then gives you lots of information and data about how the cars are performing in terms of the advert performance. And the great thing about Ad Manager is it's all there in one space. So, and again, about the efficiency and the effectiveness piece, it allows you to make these price adjustments, these amendments to your adverts and to your stock profile, and having a one-shot where you can view everything. That's one of my favorite features. It just saves so much time. It's easier. It just means that you can get the job done and then you move on to your next task. But that's number 2 in terms of the favorite features that I've got with Dealerkit. Number 1 is the messaging service that you get, or the prompts that you get for when a car is sold and for when the updates arrive at the end of the day at 6 p.m, for example. So I went on holiday for the first time in 2 years a couple of weeks ago, and you get a very detailed report of exactly what's happening on a day-to-day, sort of minute-by-minute operation. Every time a car is sold, every time it's been delivered and handed over to a customer. And then at the end of the day, you get a report to say, right, this is the day's activity, this is what you've achieved. And it gives you the freedom. And I think that's something that's really important as business owners, to make sure that you're not tied in, you're not sort of chained to your desk. And this was one of my objectives actually before we started the business, to ensure that we got something that's self-reliant, it's sort of autonomous in as much as possible. And I think Dealerkit has been the catalyst for us and the business that we have to try and get to that. This has definitely been a big game changer for us. The customer service experience and general experience we've had with the Dealerkit guys and our interactions with them has been really good. There is always someone at hand to try and help you. Any questions that you might have, there was always someone there to support along the way. And that's been there since from the first moment till today. That's always been the case. Overall, our experience has been really great, and yeah, we're very happy with the team. So we've got some exciting plans for the business for growth. We've got a prep center, really large prep center just up the road that we're hopefully going to be operational in and moving into in a couple of months' time. It'll have obviously a prep center, and then it'll also have a body shop. And the great thing about the Dealerkit system is, in the back end, it connects all of that. So from sales through to the prep and the management of it, from beginning to end, it's all integrated. And that's something that's going to be quite a game changer for us as well. And being a business that's constantly in growth, at least in the period that we are in now, that's something that's going to be really important to us in terms of the support that will always be there. And we know the reason why we've got the confidence to try and go to that step and to that stage now is we've got the systems in place, we've got the processes in place, and Dealerkit's a big part of that. So it'll enable us to be able to go into a new retail site, sort of replicate what we're doing here. And then also we've got a prep center that does all the mechanical and the cosmetic works in the background. And sort of the foundation to it all that's powering the systems and processes of Dealerkit. So that's one of the reasons we've got the confidence to try and go and get that done. What sets Dealerkit apart for us as a business is that they've got this one-stop shop that caters for all of your needs, and it's all in one place. And like I said, it captures for almost every need that you'll have, and it'll come up with answers and solutions for problems that you didn't even know existed. So I think that's something that really sets them apart. And like I said, as a business, we've benefited from it greatly. So it's really compressed that progress that we have had. And like I said, that's been down to Dealerkit, and something really to accelerate that process. Yes, Dealerkit have been absolutely fantastic, and would wholly recommend them.